Marlene.
So, I found Lola in 2007 in Austin. And I think maybe at the Wellness and Health Conference is.
I did those.
So I didn't have the book, but you were offering one-day seminars, which included, we got the book when we were there. So went out to the ranch, really didn't know what to expect, but felt drawn to it. It was an amazing day. The divine openings were electric for me. I mean, totally top to bottom, electricity. When I left there, honestly, I felt like I was drunk driving home. I got lost. But I didn't care that I got lost on the way home. I mean, I know Austin back and forth. And I literally was going home and I'm like, oh, well, we'll see what we see. And I made my way. It was, I made my way home. Went to bed early, and 2 times during the night was awakened with electric shocks going through me. And the first time I woke up, I was scared and I tensed, and it kept going. And then, but I went, oh wait a minute, this doesn't hurt. It's not hurting. It's okay. So then I went, oh okay, and then I went back to sleep. And then the second time I woke up, I went, oh there it is again. Lovely. It was so amazing. Well, I popped out of bed at 6 a.m., which back then was unheard of. Unheard of. More unheard of was, I got up, had my cup of tea, walked out into the garage, and started cleaning the garage and organizing. For 3 hours, I cleaned and organized the garage, which never happened. And more importantly, I should say, the biggest space of contention between my husband and I. I'm a pack rat, he's German. And we would argue every time. Every time we cleaned the garage together, it was this massive argument. He wanted to throw it away, I wanted to keep it. So I cleaned the whole garage and waited for him to wake up. And it was amazing and awesome. I read the book, I started reading the book, I should say, and somehow I lost my way. For a long time.
Yeah.
Luckily, 2 years ago, the book on my shelf in my closet called to me. My daughter was hurt very badly, and I started therapy. And 3 sessions in, I was like, she's great, she's wonderful, this isn't working for me. And that's when I saw the book. And it has been a beautiful ride and has been amazing, and I don't have the electric shocks anymore.
No.
It's smooth and beautiful. And even though I've gone through it so many times, no matter what point, sometimes I just pick a point and it's just what I needed to hear. And it is smooth and warm, and I don't need the electricity.
Exactly. Yeah. When we chase the buzz,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work.
Right. I also want to say that my first retreat was a year ago, and it was amazing. And I was completely silent the whole time, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do, but did. And I went so inward during that retreat. And people who know me said, what do you think? What do you think this retreat's going to be like? And I said, I don't know. The first retreat felt like it was going to be a relief to not talk and be quiet. And this retreat, leading up to it, I knew the relief was going to, I didn't need relief, I guess, maybe. That's what it was. I didn't need the relief. I was excited and curious and so interested to see what was going to come this time. And for me, what came this time is community. And I think I've missed that in the last year. Anyway, it's the time for it, so I thank all of you. It's a great group. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you got, Marlene, that if you chase the buzz, you can get off track. It's like turning on a light switch. There's a buzz right at first, and that's just a steady light. So chasing the buzz is just another seeking thing. Yeah, it's so much more mature to come to just appreciate that steady light. There's so much contrast in the early waking up. Wherever you were, then you're blasted open. And then there's still that constant elevation, but there's never that huge contrast again, usually. There might be a time when you have such a huge expansion that it feels like a big contrast and it feels like a big buzz, but usually that big contrast is at the beginning. Then the contrasts are smaller. And up in the high ranges of the instrument panel, you could say that source experiences almost no contrast. It's just way up there all the time. So there's not much contrast. It's this. Yeah, so good. That's maturity to get that.